Look, I knew when Tua Tagovailoa went down with his third concussion in 2 years that things were not going to be easy in Miami, that things were going to get tough. But after watching 3 weeks of Skylar Thompson, Tim Boyle, and Tyler Huntley leading this Dolphins offense, I have come to the conclusion that without Tua, this offense is helpless. I mean, if you look at Mike McDaniel on the sideline, he's helpless. No game without Tua has been close for the Miami Dolphins. They currently sit at 1-3 with their sole win coming in nail-biting fashion against the now 0-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. And that was with Tua playing, but since then, it's been a disaster. The Dolphins have arguably had the worst offense in the NFL during that time. 31-10 losing to the Bills, a 24-3 loss to the Seahawks, and now a 31-12 loss to the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football. The Titans were led by Mason Rudolph after Will Levis went down, and the Titans are just not a good football team. There is no spark to this team, and they threw around Miami like it was easy. This offense just looks so uninspiring, and it raises the question, how good is Mike McDaniel's offense without Tua? And to me, Tua is not even really a top 10 quarterback. But if you've watched this offense since he's gone down, you can just see it's terrible. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill have been non-factors since Tua went out, with Waddle having just 4 receptions on 6 targets for 36 yards and Hill at 4 receptions on 7 targets for 23 yards on Monday. That is a far cry from the 100-plus yards a game that they used to get. I mean, find a video of mine from around June, July, and you'll hear me say that these two were the best wide receiver duo in football. Devon Achane has also looked pretty bad. I mean, he looked really good at the start, and then the past 2 weeks, he's kind of sucked, putting up just 30 yards rushing against Seattle, and then 15 on 10 attempts against Tennessee, which is just disastrous rushing numbers. Achane is averaging just 3.5 yards per carry, a far cry from last year's 7.8 yards per carry. The Dolphins are far, far too talented to be 1-3, getting thrown around by the Tennessee Titans, and it's not the defense's fault. Like, you can point fingers to who you want, but it's certainly not been the defense's fault. They've been fine. Sure, on the outside looking in, you might say, well, the Dolphins shouldn't be giving up 31 points to Mason Rudolph, and that's true, but something has to give. The offense is giving zero help to the defense. Nothing is going this team's way, and it eventually causes the defense to be picked apart and collapse. I believe the Dolphins are truly a quarterback away from competing in the AFC East, which is not as closed off as you might think. The real problem is who's on the quarterback market. I mean, the Panthers are refusing to trade Bryce Young. The usual NFL savior Joe Flacco has just earned the starting job in Indy. Really, the best option at this point is 36-year-old Ryan Tannehill, who hasn't been good since 2021. And if I'm the Dolphins, I'm not calling Tannehill. In fact, I can't say I know what I'd do, because usually the answer is, oh, well, you move on from your franchise guy and go draft somebody, hit the reset. But that's not where the Dolphins are. A young rookie cannot lead this team to success. I don't care how good he is. This team is too old to be led by a rookie. If Miami does not act fast, they're going to miss their window with Tyreek Hill, as he plans to hang it up pretty soon. I expect them to lose their next 4 to 5 games, because I can't see them winning any of them with this lack of offensive production. I feel sorry for Dolphins fans, because I'm afraid it's going to be a long couple of weeks in South Beach.